Hello everyone, I will be analyzing the Blitz CIS Cup in this video, and you're going to hear some really interesting facts and also what we've been expecting for the CIS region. So let's begin with the general matter. In fact, the CIS region is pretty different from what's going on with the Asia server, the Blitz Asia Cup, where CIS region they use a lot more mediums and clippers for mobility and for the burst damage. And we are talking about the average battle duration for the CIS region being 3 minutes and 14 seconds. That's around 30 seconds quicker than this average Asia battle duration. The median of that is 3 minutes and 10 seconds, and the standard deviation is around 50 seconds. We'll also talk about the cap win percentage comparing to the Asia server. It's all about the kills instead of the caps. So you're seeing 28.2% of the cap wins on the CIS server. That's a lot lower, and you're going to be expecting a lot of kills. As for the top 5 tanks, we have T125 being used 327 times. Next is around half of the value, which is a T22 medium, around 192 uses. And then we have the IS4 and Kronwagen tied with 71 uses, and finally AMX to be with 70 uses. But interesting to note that Kronwagen, it's been released midway through the Blitz Cup preliminaries and has already joined third most used tanks alongside IS4. You can obviously see that the Kronwagen is a very popular tank for the CIS region. And this is the tank that we could see a lot for some of the very mobile teams and the teams which use a lot of their burst damage, like 7-star or Mercy. Before we continue, the past 3 starts, we have 7-star 4-2 against Ggame, or Ggame, or Gucci Gang, and then we have 7-star 4-3 against Mercy, and 4-1 against C4. Meanwhile, we have Ggame 4-1 against Mercy, 4-3 against C4, and Mercy 4-2 against C4. Let's start off with the team-by-team analysis with 7-star. 7-star is a clan that has been very popular with with their leader Josh, which has been the leader of 7-star, previously C4, and they have been known to have some really tactical moves and also very aggressive moves and plays, some very decisive and risky moves, which I really like to see. The 7-star, they usually kill 7 tanks. If you look at their stats, back in Blitz Cup preliminaries, they only have 14.8% of cap win percentage. That's the lowest amongst all CIS teams, and I believe it's going to be the lowest amongst all servers here. 14.8%. That's a very low percentage here. They move in a tight pack. They focus fire really well. Like, their effectiveness is also pretty good with how they allocate their focus fire. They just don't send like 7 tanks or just 1 tank for the focus fire. They divert their forces, and the way they communicate in this situation, it's perfect. You can see on the stream, you seldom see them kind of not coordinating with the target, the focus fire they're going for. And they also run a very mobile setup. They have 55 uses of T20 medium, the highest amongst all the clans in the top 4 CIS server, and the weighted score is around 1.54. That's the lowest as well. It's tilting a lot towards the lighter side of things. You also have the lowest win battle duration here, 7-star, right at the minute here, 3 minutes of the win battle duration. That's the lowest, and I believe that will be the lowest amongst all the clans, all the top 4 clans in all of the regions. So wow, you're going to be expecting some really quick games by 7-star. Next we have Ggame. Ggame is kind of different from 7-star in quite a lot of ways. They balance both their strategies. It's just not them rushing or finding a situation to rush in the late game stages. They sometimes play a lot more with caps, and they use a lot more heavies, especially the super heavies. Talk about the previous point, they used 28 times the mouse, which is the highest amongst all the top 4 clans in the CIS region, and they also have the highest standard deviation in a win battle, also in normal battle. If there's a higher standard deviation, there is a larger range of the battle duration that Ggame has. And apparently they have 1 minute of that, around 1 minute of that. That's quite a lot. I mean, you can sometimes like 4 minutes of gameplay or 2 minutes of gameplay. I mean, note that Ggame have around like 3 minutes and 10 seconds of average battle duration, and with a very large standard deviation here, you don't know whether they are going for a straight on rush at the start, or they're going to go very tactical, get the bases and see it out. We don't know. They could be one of the most unpredictable teams on the CIS region. We'll see in the following days. And then we have Mercy. Mercy, obviously, a lot of people know that they are very aggressive and they are very mobile as well. They focus fire really well. In fact, they can be on the similar level as 7-star, but it will be the consistency that will separate between 7-star and also Mercy. And talking about stats, T22 medium is actually their most used tank. I think this is going to be the only team where they used not heavy as the most used tank. So 53 users of 2022 medium and ranking it the first. That is pretty impressive, I must say. They sometimes use heavies like T125 Crown Bargain, but they are pretty comfortable with T22 medium. And the weighted average score is going to be 1.59, still pretty low, lower than all the Asia clans. But Mercy, the fluidity is something that you want to look for in Mercy team. And whether they can be consistent can be really exciting to watch. And finally, we have C4. C4 is, it's kind of interesting here because C4, they only showed up a couple of months ago after the spring season even. So them managing to be a top 4 clan, that is a very impressive feat. In fact, they're also a lot more tactical and hence longer battles. They have an average battle duration of around 3 minutes and 20 seconds. That's the highest amongst all top 4 teams in CIS region. And they love T125. Well, they use 123 times the T125, the highest number of users for a single tank. The experience does kick in when you see the Blitz Cup preliminaries, but I believe they are heading into the right direction. I'm going for a big gamble. If you're seeing my prediction in the forum, if you haven't read that, there is a link in the description below. Make sure you click on that, and there's a much more in-depth analysis and also the show games by these clans during the Blitz Cup preliminaries. So go ahead and watch that. Finally, we're going to talk about the map. Contrary to what I did last time, I'm going to be very brief though. CIS region, you're going to expect these maps to be very heavy oriented, which will be Fort Despair, Dynasty's Pearl, Hellas, and Vineyards. For the weighted score, Fort Despair has the highest weighted score for the CIS region. For the most mobile maps, we have Rockfield, Port Bay, and Blackgoville. Rockfield having the lowest rating here. If you're talking about the maps we're going to play during the upper bracket of first round, which is going to be first Blackgoville, and then it's going to be Mine Ruins, and then it's going to be Port Bay. I mean, you have 2 of the maps here being very super mobile, and a map that is a lot more heavy oriented in middle. So Mine Ruins is going to be interesting maps, especially for teams who haven't been the best in terms of countering a heavy strategy. So you could foresee Ggame to go in really well here. And finally, for the lower bracket first round, we have Middelburg, Faust, and finally Oasis Palms. Again, Middelburg and Oasis Palms are very mobile maps. Faust slightly heavier, but still below 1.6. So the map pool choice for the first round games will be pretty oriented towards a medium setup or mobile setup. So this is what we're going to see for the CIS region. Very mobile, very fluid games, could be short, but packed in with lots of excitement indeed. That's the end of this analysis video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be streaming on Friday. Make sure you hit the notification bell for that particular stream, and I have instructions over there if you don't know how to get your rewards during a stream. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and follow me on Twitter and also Twitch. I'll see you all on Friday. Catch you next time. Bye.